by Kingling who put them in that situation. They wants to tear this by Kingling into shreds. The man who put them in that situation is sitting on his throne, and there are blood and human bones everywhere. He looks dangerous, his throne looks dangerous. He is by Kingling, our MC of this Manhwa. The word, tear you into shreds, opens his eye wide open. He is shocked to find himself there, and there is this pungent smell there. He wonders if he has transmigrated, and looking at the room he is in, he remembers that this is the room of the final boss scene from the game he played previously. He looks himself in the magic mirror, and is shocked to see that he has become the boss villain, the Demon Lord by Kingling. He has transmigrated into the biggest villain of the game, and this guy is a vicious character, and he even controls 3 beautiful disciples. Demon Lord by Kingling is the final villain in a game called Immortal Love. He is so vicious that he even deceived his own master and planned to toss his master into an alchemy furnace to be refined into human elixir, and to keep the matter of his master's murder secret. He also used the forbidden spells to massacre his sect. However, he was still merciful because he only left behind one little junior martial sister and became a fugitive on the run. At the end of the game, he used his identity as Kangming's sect's Yuyo temple master to fight to the death with the strongest person of the righteous path, Mu Zinlin. However, he was badly injured in that battle and barely escaped back to Kangming's sect. And our MC has transmigrated in the storyline whereby Kingling has just painstakingly escaped back to his old den. And this is the storyline close to the final ending. Demon Lord by Kingling at his peak was at the immortalization stage of cultivation, but now he has fallen into a pathetic state. Our MC remembers that at this point, by Kingling in the original game was going to die soon, and he would be poisoned to death by his most trusted third disciple. Just when he was thinking about how he is going to die in the game, he hears a knocking at the door, and it's his most trusted third disciple, who have come to give him some medicine. Bai didn't expect her to come this soon, and she is also a little scared because her master is a dangerous man. And a green-haired lady told her to give that pill to her master, and that pill is enough to kill her master, and once she kills him everything will be over. The door gets open, and her master is sitting on his throne, and Bai is shocked because it's proceeding just like the game. His third disciple Senzinger has been instigated to use the opportunity of providing medicine to use the poison pill given by the main male character Zio-Chen. And right now, he is the Demon Lord by Kingling, and he doesn't want to die yet. At the very least, he is not going to let that charming horse main character Zio-Chen enjoy his disciples. Then the system notifies him, congratulates him on being bound with the legendary Great Love system, and he has also received a beginner's quest, and that is to use the Great Love to influence Senzinger emotionally, influence her to let go of her resentment and become completely devoted to him. MC is confused because Bai is a demon lord, and even though he transmigrated into Bai's body, he didn't expect the system to be a Great Love system. He was thinking of something like more dangerous sounding system. Then he remembers something that in the original game, developing goodwill from Senzinger only started after his death, and this only means that even though the story progressed to this stage, she still couldn't bear to let him go. Whether Bai Kingling liked her isn't important to Senzinger, and MC gets ready to make good use of that. He uses some kind of magic, and the dirt and bone starts to fly away from the ground. The floor gets clean. Bai informs her not to be cautious and asks her to come closer. This surprises Zinger, because the man who is always above everyone else, his voice actually had a hint of warmth. She falls on her fours and greets him, and she is getting scared, even though her martial brother Zio-Chen used his life to guarantee that her master's vitality is greatly injured. But he is still her master, the dangerous man in the world, and as long as he consumes the Void Soul Eater pill, his body will perish while his Tao will disperse, and he will not be reincarnated. She informs Bai that the spiritual garden that she is responsible for has produced another batch of 100-year-old spiritual herbs, and now she is presenting to her master the 9 transformation magic pill that he asked for a while ago. Bai is surprised that she is able to finish it so soon, and asks if the pill is properly refined. She informs him that she and the elder from the blood refining pill hall refined that pill day and night for 2 months, so the quality of the pill is at least 7th grade or above. Bai asks her why there is a 9-colored glow near the entrance of the bottle if it's a 7th grade pill, and when were she and the blood refining hall elder able to refine a 9-grade pill? She starts to get scared and informs him that she added some supplementary ingredients to it, which makes him question if it was intentional or accidental. This again super scared her. She falls on her fours again and informs him that it has the effect of original 9th grade pill, and if there is any loss in the effect, she gets ready to accept any punishment. Bai is surprised to see such eagerness to convince him to consume the pill. His good disciple really wants her master to die quickly. However, he gets ready to play along because the foreplay must be sufficient for the so-called great love to penetrate deep into the soul. He takes a look at the pill. Zinger asks him if he is going to take the pill immediately. She then remembers how her master take her in, the warm smile on his face when he first took her as his disciple, and it seems like she doesn't want her master to die. She asks him if he is not satisfied. She gets ready to take the pill back into the furnace to refine it again. Bai puts his hand on her chick, asking why she hates him so much that she wants to kill her master so eagerly. Those words of her master seems to have scared the crap out of her. Hey guys, if you are enjoying it this far then please do 1k likes, and also subscribe to the channel. Next, Zinger tries to convince him that there is nothing dangerous in the pill. He shuts her up and orders her to follow him. He brings her to the underground, and from this, Bai realizes that she still doesn't have the courage or conviction to go against him, so he gets ready to use this to his advantage. He brings her to a huge door made of bones and skeleton of humans. Zinger gets shocked to see the door which is made out of bones. Our MC remembers that this is where Bai Kingling dies by the hands of the main character Zio-Chen. He informs Zinger that these bones were all people from the Cyclops clan who lived in the Great Shiwan Mountain in Nanjiao. He was once deceived by the clan leader Chuoba Changyu. He endured extreme torture that he was better off being deaf. Chuoba wanted to take away his innate demonic powers. Thankfully, his demonic blood activated at the last minute, and he escaped successfully. After his demonic art was completed, the first thing he did was to return to the Cyclops clan to pay back the hospitality they showed him. Zinger is shocked to hear that her master, not only her master's master wanted to take his demonic power, but Cyclops clan also plotted against him. Now she understood why her master became so ruthless and nonchalant towards this world. Then, she remembers her senior sister informing her about the true face of their master, and if she doesn't kill him this time, many lives will perish by his hands. Bai informs her that she didn't brought her there to show that door. What he truly wants her to see is inside. They come inside the room, and the room inside is spacious, and there are some red balls flying. Zinger remember what those red balls are. They are called shadow demon pearls. She remembers her second senior sister informing her that the master also put that red ball in their room to monitor them, and their master have been monitoring them ever since they joined their master. She also informed her that they are not his disciples but tools on a leash, just a thing he can touch as he pleases. And her second senior sister also told her to pretend not to know about the existence of those pearls. But now her master is showing those things to her himself. Bai orders her to raise her head and look at those pearls closely. Then some kind of screen appears from the pearls, like a projection. And there she was, Zinger when she was little. Her parents were dead. She is crying and 2 men were ready to kill her too. Before the sword of that man struck her, both men dies from someone's attack, and it's none other than her master. Seeing him coming at the right time and saving her, she asks him if he is a god, and if he is one, she asks him to help her mother and father. However, he is just a man. He can't bring back dead people, so he decided to take her with him, and tells her that he is going to take her home. And seeing that childhood memory, it seems to have softened her heart. Bai informs her that her master has countless enemies, so his disciples will also naturally become the targets of those enemies. And these shadow demon pearls are just one of his tactics for protecting his disciples when they are in danger. This shocks Zinger that her master was using the pearls to protect them, and not to monitor them. He informs her that he deliberately treated her unkindly these years, and everyone in the world knows that she has reasons to hate her master. And if he accidentally dies, she and her other senior sisters will still have a reason to stand on the enemy's side and keep themselves safe. He wanted to keep this secret with himself forever, but he didn't expect that she has already decided to kill her master. After hearing her master's sad story, Zinger starts to feel bad. She starts to cry, and her master is happy that she will be safe after his death, and everything else is not important to him. She jumps onto him crying, apologizes to him that she was wrong and was trying to kill him, and that she shouldn't have believed in what others said. She is a big dummy, and she should have known from the start that her master is the best person in the whole world. She begs for his forgiveness, and that she actually really loves him, and with this he has made her his loyal disciple, who will not betray him anymore. The system congratulates him for completing the beginner's quest, and he has earned 500 points and a golden treasure chest. Bai is surprised because the quest got completed so fast, and this count is using great love to influence Zinger's emotions. And now, in order to survive, he gets ready to change the storyline of his eventual death, and Zinger's loyalty is an indispensable factor for it. Bai asks her why she tried to kill him, and who is the scoundrel that managed to sweet talk her into doing this. She falls onto her knees and informs him that it was the Yin Yangui Temple direct disciple Xiao Chen. It was him that sowed discord between her and her master, and Xiao Chen even used sweet words to bewitch her second senior sister and created a rift in the relationship between the master and his disciples. And everything that happened today was all because she was deceived by that Xiao Chen. She gets ready to accept any punishment as long as he doesn't chase her away. Bai gets ready to pardon all her sins as long as she helps him with a favor, and she is also ready to do anything for her master, just waiting for his command. Next, in the Kangming sect, Yuluo Temple, the original game's male lead, Xiao Chen is asking a senior sister why junior sister Zinger is taking so long. He is worried, thinking if that demon noticed something was wrong with the pill, and the one he is talking to is Bai Kingling's second disciple, Tantai Lingying, and she thinks that the plan is still being executed because it's per her and her junior sister agreement. Whether she succeeds or not, she will transmit word over her as soon as possible, since there is no news until now, so she is sure that the plan is still being executed. However, Xiao Chen is still worried about Zinger, so he gets ready to go down and check on Zinger. Tantai stops him by pointing her sword and informs him that the outside of the blood storage is filled with terrifying restrictions. Only Zinger is permitted to enter, and if anyone force their way in, they will be seeking their own death. Xiao Chen gets ready to listen to her and wait for Zing. After some time, Zing comes out from the storage room. Xiao Chen gets relieved to see that she is fine, but seeing him coming towards her, she retreats back, and she has the disgust look after seeing him. And Xiao Chen is shocked, thinking why is she retreating back when he helped them all so much all these years, and he is still not even allowed to briefly hold her hand in such a situation. Tantai comes down asking her junior sister did she succeed, and why didn't she transmit word to her senior sister as per their agreement. She informs them that she succeeded in their little plan. Hearing that, Xiao Chen gets happy, because ever since he was 12, he has been undercover in the Kangming demon sect for a total of 10 whole years, and now he has finally eliminated the giant of the demonic path whose name was known throughout the continent. He is sure that he will become famous amongst the righteous path in the future. Zinger informs them after taking the pill, their master's emotions fluctuated greatly. She was afraid of exposing any of her weakness. That's why she didn't dare to transmit any word. Xiao Chen informs them that the pill was bought by his master from the black market at a hefty sum of gold, and if they wait for 7 days for the poison to reach its peak, even the strongest of both paths won't be able to escape the fate of bodily death and soul destruction. Tantai gets ready to wait, but she asks him to clarify something to her, even though her master the demon committed countless evil, but her didn't have any grievances with Xiao Chen, so why did he agree to cooperate with them and even suggest using such a vicious poison pill? Zinger also wants to know that too, and what's more, she noticed that he even appeared to be so enthusiastic about it. He informs them that he couldn't bear to see that demon abuse and bully them and wanted to rescue them from the sea of fire. Zinger hides behind her senior sister, asking Xiao Chen that he did this all for the two of them right from the start. He realizes something and informs Zinger that it was not only because of that. Tantai Lingying tells him that he should leave now and meet after 7 days. Xiao Chen then gets ready to leave further. After Xiao Chen left, Tantai asks Zinger if this has deeply hurt and saddened her. She asks her senior sister if she has even thought that their master might not be what they originally imagined him to be. Even though he was a little harsh with them, she is sure that he would never harm them. However, second senior sister is sure that he is not a good guy, and with the evidence that Xiao Chen brought has already proved that their master only viewed them as materials for his human puppets. And looking at Zinger, she seems to be disappointed in her senior sister. Next, Bai is taking the breathe of relieved. He lets Zinger buy some time for him to catch his breath, and he is sure that Xiao Chen and his second disciple will definitely not be able to discover at the start that Zinger has been won over by him. And now that is settled, he gets ready to check his reward, and is surprised to see the treasure chest is exactly like from the original game. He opens the chest, and there are 3 rewards: 1, an adjustable divine rod; 2 is bedroom sutra, the art of the shaft; and the third one is Demon Lord's cultivation stage reversion experience card. He chooses the third card, and with this card, he can revert his cultivation to when Bai Kingling was at the peak of immortalization stage. Next, Bai is thinking that Zinger should have followed his order to meet with Lingyan and lied that the poison plan succeeded, and based on the original storyline, they will only enter the blood storage after 7 days to check on his corpse, and the restriction at the blood storage will weaken as he slowly dies, and the main character Xiao Chen, who had been undercover in the demonic sect, will deal the final blow personally. So within this 7 days, he gets ready to make some necessary preparation, and that's why he has come to a blood pool. He chanted some spell, something comes out from the pool, and it's the cultivation core and 5 organs of Bai Kingling. He previously took out and hid his cultivation core and 5 organs, so that even if he faces defeat in a decisive battle, as long as his soul remnants escape, he will be able to reconstruct a perfect body. And now that he knows the future plot, it's useless to keep this core and organs for future. He retrieves them to recover his strength as soon as possible. He places his cultivation back to where it belongs, inside his body. After he absorbs the core, his strength increases and his injuries get healed. He punches the wall to see his strength. He then gets a message from Zinger saying that she has completed the mission and has returned now, and has even brought an item that she wishes to give to her master. Bai is surprised because in the game there wasn't this part where she brings an item for him. Next, Zinger informs him that the evil villain Xiao Chen was delighted after hearing that her master consumed the poison pill. She also informs him that according to Xiao Chen, after taking that poison pill, it will reach its peak after 7 days, and after that even the cultivator at the peak of the cultivation won't be able to survive from the poison. And he also asked her to return after 7 days to check on her master's corpse, and push all the blame to that Mu Zinlin. And she only just learned of Xiao Chen's complete plan. She didn't expect him to be so viciously shameless. She then offers her master an item, the real 9 transformation soul reinforcing pill. Bai gets shocked to see that pill in her hands, because that pill only existed in the original game's gallery. There was no way for the players to obtain it, so he is confused, thinking where did Zinger obtain that 9th grade treasure pill? And with this real product, his confidence in changing the ending will once again increase by a few fold. He praises her for refining that pill, and since he is satisfied with that item, she wants a reward from her master. Bai asks her what kind of reward she wants. She grabs his hand, puts it on her chick, saying she loves to be touched by her master, and Bai is surprised to feel the delicate feeling. It's as if his hand will sink in if he pressed a little harder. He pats her head as a reward for offering the pill. However, the place where she wants to be rewarded is not only her head. She wants him to pat somewhere else too. Bai gets shocked to hear that. The system congratulates him for successfully spreading great love, and has earned 500 points. Indeed, system shop has also unclocked. Next, at the Yingui Temple bedroom, Xiao Chen have come to meet his master, and his master have also heard the rumors that Bai Kingling not only lost all his magical powers but was also poisoned, and his life is hanging by a thread. And she is the master of the Kangming Sect's Yingui Temple, Tua Yurong. Chen informs her that he has good relationship with Bai Kingling's third disciple Sen Zinger, and she informed him of it herself. He tells his master to head to the blood strokes to kill Bai right away, and the position of the next sect leader will definitely belong to her. He gets a reward with a slap right on his face, and now is confused, thinking why his master hit him. She informs him that Bai was a direct disciple of the alchemy grandmaster, and his alchemy skills were even better than his master. So what kind of poisonous pill could make him so helpless? Chen tries to tell her that this pill is different. She gives him a very dangerous look. He apologizes to his master, saying that the rumors must definitely be fake, and he is spreading this fake information of being poisoned must be his way of luring people. He then leaves from there. After he left, she starts to do some strange thing with her fingers, while saying senior brother, oh senior brother, and this senior brother of hers is Bai Kingling, and he spared her life that time when he annihilated the Cyclops sect. She was the sole survivor. She wonders if he spared her to make her resent him and drive her to seek revenge on him in the future. And if that's what he thought, she thinks he did his part well done. She gets ready to end his life personally with her 2 hands. And thank you guys for watching. Just kidding. Next, Zinger thanks her master for giving her the reward and gets ready to leave from there. And he is very happy and satisfied with the reward she just received from her master. And Bai is shocked because he can't remember where his hand went and rewarded Zinger. He then checks the shop his system just opened. The system informs him that he can spend points to exchange for treasure chests. As the total points spent increases, more treasure chests will be gradually unlocked. And right now he has 1,000 points, and the bronze chest price is 100 points. Silver is 1,000, gold is 5,000, and platinum is 10,000. Diamond is question mark. Extravagant is also question mark, and mythical is also question mark. Bai is not happy with the prices of the chests. The system gets ready to give him one chance to pull first before buying, since this is his first time using the shop, and the current chance is worth 1,000 points. He gets ready to take that chance. The system congratulates him for obtaining a chance to select one item out of 3, and the first item is Story Recall Card, bound to the soul, and exclusive to host use, capable of jogging the memories of plotlines that the host has forgotten. Second one is Knife, which heartlessly destroys destroys lust. And the third one is life restart pill. Bai is not happy with the rewards, he thinks the system is scamming with him. Then suddenly, 4 of his pearls comes flying and forms a square. Then a beautiful lady appears in the projection of the pearls, and she is Bai Kingling's first disciple, Feng Lixu. She falls on her knees and greets her master, and Bai is shocked to see her because she is 10,000 times beautiful than the game illustrations. And regardless of whether it's her body shape, or her cold on the outside, warm on the inside personality, she is completely his type. She looks at her master, and seeing him all quiet, she wonders if the rumors spreading outside are true. And if that's the case, she gets ready to send word to her second junior sister and let her act earlier. Thinking about her plan, she starts to smile. Bai asks her why is she smiling, is her master that funny? Those words of her master shocked her, and that look on his face, she knows this familiar sense of pressure and terrifying aura. One glance and it could easily crush all pride and self-esteem. She gets ready to make sure that she never angered him, because she doesn't want to activate the evil rune etched onto her abdomen, and suffer that heart-wrenching punishment again. Bai asks her where is she right now. She informs him that as he ordered her, she has cleared the demon-suppressing tower located in the foothills of the Haishui mountain, and there are no longer any disciples of the righteous path patrolling the mountain and preventing her from scaling. Bai praises her for her hard work and tells her to continue with her mission, invade the demon-suppressing tower and obtain the secret item that her master desires. She gets ready to follow his order while thinking she was thinking that she could take advantage of him thinking he was poison. He is still the same ruthless and unscrupulous. She was about to leave. Bai stops her. This scared her and asks her master if he has any orders for her. Bai stands up from his throne and comes to her asking if she knows what day is today. She apologizes saying she doesn't know. He informs her that tonight she will be entering the golden age of youth, means she is going to be 20 years old. This surprises her, and Bai is also surprised that 14 years have already passed since that very day. Even no one in the world remembers. He will never forget that day, the day when she followed her master up the mountain. Her hands were freezing because of cold. He breathed his warm breath to warm her hands. He then wishes her saying, "Happy birthday, little Lixu." Those words of her master seems to have softened her heart. She then leaves from there, but some tears are flowing down her cheeks. The system congratulates Bai for successfully giving great love, and has been rewarded with 2,000 points. Now he has 3,000 points. However, this time, he wasn't intentionally trying to gain Feng Lixu's favor. It was purely because he liked her character design when playing the game and noted down her birthday. And now that all 3 of his disciples have been pacified, he is sure that there shouldn't be any issue in 7 days. And with the pill that Zinger gave him, he will reach new height in his cultivation. And after that, the show of crushing the male protagonist Xiao Chen like an ant shall begin. Next, at the Kangming sect, Yingui Temple Demon Master Palace, disciples are training with their sword, and Xiao Chen is also training with his blade. One of his junior brother notices something seems off about his senior brother and asks if something is on his mind. Chen tells him not to worry and asks him about the phoenix hairpin that he gave him to give to Luo Temple's junior sister Zinger like he asked him to, and asks if she accepted his gift. Was she very happy, and even prepare a gift in return on the spot. About that, his junior brother informs him that she split it in half on the spot. This super shocked Chen. He was sure after the first stage of the plan to remove the demon was successful, Zinger must have been missing him deeply. So why did she reject his gift? Junior brother also informs him what she told him, that she hoped senior brother Xiao would never look for her again. She's afraid that the person in her heart would misunderstand. This was too much for Xiao. He spits blood and falls in the bushes. Then he gets up and is mad that there is someone who dares to steal his crush. He orders his junior brother to find that someone. He is not going to let him off that easily, and that someone has re-entered the new realm, the virtuoso stage. Furthermore, he has refined a high-grade core that every demonic cultivator desires, the 9-colored demonic core. Even the original Bai couldn't refine it, although he is still far from the peak of the immortalization stage, but he is already unmatched against those in the virtuoso stage. Zinger comes there and congratulates her master, and she is honored to share in her master's happiness. Bai thanks her. It's because of her pill that he has reached to this stage, and from this day forth, he informs her that she doesn't have to stand in ceremony, and she doesn't have to use honorifics anymore. She thanks him for that, and informs him about what happened earlier that morning. Xiao Chen wanted to give her a gift to gain her favor, but she snapped it in half on the spot. However, she thinks it's a shame because the thing that broken wasn't that part of Xiao Chen's body. Bai notices something, her legs. He then asks her to come closer to him. She comes closer to him. Bai orders her to take off her shoes. This surprises her and informs him that the souls of the female demon cultivators are objects of darkness. They could easily contaminate the earth with their demonic energy. Bai gives her a red eye look. She gets ready to take off her shoes. She starts to take them off, and she seems to be struggling with that, because there is something on her leg. Bai notices that it's the miasma poison of the sky demon flower in the demon farm. She was poisoned because of him. He asks her why didn't she inform him about it. She didn't inform him because she thought that it was just a minor issue, not worthy of her master's worry. And as long as she could refine pills to satisfy her master, she will not hesitate even if the poison attacks the heart and spawn poisonous sores all over her body. She has dedicated her life to her master, and nothing else is important to her. Bai is surprised to hear that. He wonders if this game has turned into a dating game. Bai then orders her to sit on his throne, but she doesn't dare to because that's his throne. Bai puts her down on his throne and gets ready to help her detoxify the poison. And with this, she seems to have fallen deeper for her master. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do 1K like.